What's up, guys? Spenny. Some breaking news and some good news. It's still your country. You were born here. Your ancestors built this place, and you have every damn right to feel free to walk the streets knowing that you are not going to be targeted by animals for your skin color like some type of failed third world state. That is precisely what happened, sadly, to a middle-aged white couple in Cincinnati after a jazz music festival that was widely attended. Outside of the festival, this couple was savagely beaten, along with videos of other couples that are available online for all to see. I'll describe the videos for you here. Teen gangs of young black youths roam the streets, knocking out older white couples, and then continuing to beat them senselessly on the ground to the point that they look near dead. This poor woman, looks like 40 or 50 years old, was clocked twice in the jaw until she was completely unconscious, hitting her head directly on the concrete. This is how you kill someone. It's attempted murder. As the crowds cheer around them and film for world star hip hop, one is left to ask the question, are you even free to live as an American any longer on our streets? Thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, they're choosing the wrong years to do this, and there have been some consequences, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more, according to our sources, but let's go. Thankfully, Elon Musk brought this to the attention of the world. Why zero arrests, says Elon Musk in a very viral tweet from this weekend, seen by nearly 50 million people. Zero AP news stories, Fox, PBS, New York Times, NPR. You know the drill. No one covered it because, well, obviously, if the races were reversed, as we have enumerated here, then it would be the #1 story on planet Earth. New laws would be passed. Every politician from every side of the aisle would link arms together, sing Kumbaya. The DOJ would spring into action and file hate crime charges. That's actually happening, and that's a good thing. So not a knock, but nonetheless, this would be wall to wall. If white teens were doing it to black couples at a country music festival, but it's black teens doing it to white couples. Media silence. It's evil, it's racial, it's demonic, it's animalistic, and it's how you get a zero trust society. And the reason why it's interesting that Elon Musk is sharing this is because Elon Musk comes from a zero trust society in South Africa, and I think he's probably seeing some of the remnants of that here, where if you're a white farmer, you could just be killed on standing if you run into the wrong people, and regularly this happens. This happens all too often in South Africa, which actually, shockingly, after apartheid, has more racialized law and less racial harmony. I think it's too complicated of a topic to talk about here, but it just goes to show you that the way of the communist is never to make your life better. It's only to seize power. It's only to make things worse. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk, of all people, knows that, and that's why he's commenting on this story in particular. The man versus the mob street brawl. Elon Musk joins outrage over man and woman, plus others. I've seen now multiple videos. We can't share them here because of their graphic, violent nature, but they're readily available online everywhere you look, sadly. Or maybe not sadly. It's good to change. It's good to change the actual narrative here because we have changed it. So you're getting articles like this. This is the top of Daily Mail. You can see the beatings taking place. You can see the smooth brain libs jumping in to try and white knight, right? But it's not working. First off, Harmeet Dillon responded to many accounts, including ours, saying, please, where's the civil rights wing of the DOJ on this? And Harmeet Dillon has said, this is a crime. If this is proven, if we believe that this is going to be, we believe that this is racialized, then it is a federal hate crime, and we could put these people in jail for 25 or more years. We looked up the statutes. They'll go to prison for decades if this is proven to be a hate crime. And they said that they're going to monitor how the local authorities handle this attack, which, of course, Ohio is in America, so a federal charge could be brought at any time. Anytime the DOJ decides it could be a federal case, they'll make it a federal case. If they don't believe that there's going to be justice on a local level, then you make it a federal case. Very, very good. Then J.D. Vance also commenting on it today. You have a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman. That person ought to be in jail for a very long time. And frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around because they would have handled it themselves. Well done, J.D. Vance. He's also from Ohio, so I think this rings very close to home. The only way to destroy that street violence is to take these thugs who engage in that violence and throw their asses in prison. A strong response from J.D. Vance. They're obviously very close to this. Now, the last we heard, there was just an investigation, okay? And we don't even know who was injured or how. Now we're getting more details. Here we go. Just to prove that you actually do have some power, police have identified multiple suspects in the brutal Cincinnati fight. I mean, well, it's all on tape. You can see people's faces. You can hear their voices. Cincinnati police identified 4 individuals involved in downtown attack caught on viral video. They've identified at least 4 suspects in the violent brawl that took place in downtown Cincinnati. Fox 19 reported that the fight took place Friday night. The videos of the brawls going viral on social media. Videos circulating around media show 2 people attacking a man wearing a white t-shirt, eventually shoved to the ground. He keeps getting beat and kicked. A woman was also seen lying unconscious in the street after being punched, sucker punched right in the face. Several people can be seen helping her get up. Police sources told Fox News on Monday that at least 4 suspects have been identified, and police are still trying to identify at least 8 more people. Okay, so that's 12. It's unclear what led to the fight. The 2 individuals are seriously injured in the fight, police sources said. Well, of course, they were not completely unconscious and hit the concrete. White House spokesperson Harrison Field told Fox Digital, engaging in this level of barbaric violence is unacceptable, and those responsible will face the full weight of the justice system. Restoring safety in America's communities is a cornerstone of the President Make America Safe Again agenda. As a result, we've seen crime levels plummet as Trump's leadership has secured the border and empowered law enforcement to get dangerous criminals off our streets. Cincinnati Chief of Police previously told Fox News Digital that she was appalled by the brawl. The behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable. So I just have a feeling that they wouldn't have been rushing to identify suspects or to make arrests if it were not for the Trump administration doing this. I think if this happened in a blue state, for instance, it's a blue city. Cincinnati's a blue city, but Ohio is very much a red state. Trump wins it by 20 points. And you're effing around hard if you don't immediately act. Thankfully, because of the Trump administration, we're getting immediate action. Following pressure from Harmeet Dillon, Cincinnati police have identified 4 suspects. They're looking for 12. Good. Now I need mugshots. I want the mugshots. I want their names. We want to be able to shame them and drag them. And it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to do that. They should be charged with attempted murder, because that's what this was. You punch some woman in her 50s in the face. You're like a young man and you punch a woman in her 50s in the face because you don't like the color of her skin. No, I'm sorry. Prison forever. Alligator Alcatraz. Roving groups of gangs attacked white jazz festival attendees in Cincinnati. The footage is what you'd expect. I'd rather not share. These hate-filled groups see it as open season on white Americans. This is caused in large part of the media inciting and then covering it up. This is because of George Floyd. This happened because of George Floyd. This is happening because there was no consequences for these mobs during the George Floyd riot days. And so then they've seen that and they've taken that and as a ball and they've ran with it the last couple of years. Fortunately, several suspects have been identified. Police identify multiple suspects. Our federal hate crime laws protect all Americans, says Harmeet Dillon. Hate crime laws protect white people as well from these feral mobs. Good. And this is how, obviously, you restore order. Local reporting here. Ladies and gentlemen.
More local leaders are reacting to the violent fight involving dozens of people in downtown Cincinnati. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi called the behavior cruel and absolutely unacceptable. This all happened early Saturday morning at 4th and Elm, and video shows that there was a crowd attacking a man and also a woman being knocked unconscious. Cincinnati police believe that this chaotic scene started as a verbal altercation. Vice Mayor Jan Michelle Kearney also weighing in after seeing the video.
This is not who we are. This is not the norm. This is not what happens in Cincinnati. We're going to find out who's responsible and take action.
Chief Teresa Thigi telling us that investigators are working to identify every person involved in causing harm. At last check, no arrests have been made, but WCPO 9 News reporters Andrew Rowan, also Sam Harrisimowicz, are working to gather more information and push for answers. They're going to have more for you at 4.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's J.D. Vance with very strong commentary on this. Very proud of J.D. for taking this stance. He's from Ohio. I think he may well be our next president. And so do you want a zero trust society or a high trust society? There's only one way to get it. Here you go.
There was a group of people who attacked a couple folks on the street in Cincinnati. Senator Bernie Moreno, some others have spoken out about it, have been critical of it.
Okay, yes. So what I saw, and I haven't seen the full context, but what I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting. And I hope every single one of those people who engage in violence is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And they will be. They will be so long as law enforcement in the state of Ohio takes their job seriously. I know Dave Yost cares a lot about these things. But yeah, I actually, you're right. Bernie did send me a clip of this, and we talked a little bit about it. I don't know the full context. I don't know how the fight started. But the one part that I saw that was really gruesome is you had a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman. And where I come from, at least, when you have a grown man who sucker punches a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time. And frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around, because they would have handled it themselves. But if they're not going to handle it, the cops in Cincinnati, the law enforcement, you've got to prosecute people. We've had way too much lawlessness on the streets of great American cities. How many of you all have wanted to go to downtown Akron or downtown Canton or downtown Columbus for a meal, but you're worried because the local authorities in these big cities have allowed lawlessness to run wild? We have got to make great American cities safe again for families and children. If you want to take your wife or your children out for a meal, you shouldn't be worried about street violence. And the only way to destroy that street violence is to take the thugs who engage in that violence and throw their asses in prison.